The DOJ wants you to believe a fairy tale, that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked children to no one. There is no client list. Tens of thousands of videos have disappeared into thin air. Some of the most powerful world leaders travelled to Epstein's paedophile island for no reason. There are no victims. Case closed. But the public isn't buying it. And now Virginia Giuffre's final message just blew the whole thing wide open. Recorded before her death and released as a dead man's switch after her death, her video confirms what many have suspected. Epstein wasn't just protected, he was extracted. With help from Bill Barr, with help from Hillary Clinton. Because Epstein wasn't just a criminal, he was an intelligence asset working for the CIA and Mossad, one of their own. And the crimes Hillary tried to bury? They're darker than most people's worst nightmares. This is the episode they never wanted aired. And once the world hears what's on the tape, there's no going back. Before we dive in, a quick word about our partner VP.net, the next generation of private browsing. VP.net is the only VPN designed with true zero-logging architecture. That means, unlike other VPNs, it literally can't track you. So even if governments or bad actors come knocking, there's nothing to hand over. It's that simple. Your data stays yours, period. Virginia Giuffre was found dead earlier this year, and the authorities wasted no time calling it a suicide. But she warned us, if she died under suspicious circumstances, it wasn't her. The elite paedophile ring thought they'd silenced her, like all the victims. They were wrong. Because Virginia left behind a final weapon, a dead man's switch. A digital time bomb designed to blow the lid of the world's darkest secrets. 24 hours after her death, the switch was triggered. And Virginia's recordings were sent to a small group of trusted alternative media outlets that she knew and trusted. So, what's inside? Names, dates, forensic proof of household names and VIPs visiting Epstein's paedophile island, including Hillary Clinton. Yet another high-level US politician caught in Epstein's trap. But it goes further. We're talking multiple world leaders and European royalty, multiple Hollywood household names including Hanks and Clooney, multinational CEOs, and philanthropists including Bill Gates. Like the list of VIP paedophiles that Trump advisor Alina Habba confirmed in February, the administration possesses.
But in this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals.
I'm in a green room at Fox, and I'm not going to say who because they didn't give me permission to share it, but well, the short story, but not who they are, says, you know, Epstein's an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, you sure of that? The person, let's say, is like, I'm absolutely sure of that. There's a big assumption out there that these videotapes were exclusively in the custody of Epstein. That's a huge mistake. The reason they wanted this story to go away is because there's an assumption like, oh yeah, Epstein had him. No, he wasn't the only one who had him, according to this source. These assets, that's why this blackmail story makes so much sense. Which Middle Eastern countries they are, I don't know. But this person, who's a very, very good reporter, I mean, aces, right? Swore Epstein was either a witting or unwitting intelligence asset, and they may have had his plane wired up, and they're the ones who have all this stuff. So the point is, to sum it up, how do you know some of these countries aren't going to some of these power players who aren't making decisions? Because, hey, you wouldn't want this video out there, right?
This is the real client list, the one they're terrified you'll get to see. They're so desperate to keep it buried, the DOJ and FBI have done a full 180 in the space of 3 months. They've thrown away every shred of credibility, now claiming that Epstein had no client list at all. So let's get this straight. Ghislaine Maxwell is serving 20 years in prison for trafficking minors to no one. The official narrative is falling apart, riddled with more holes than the blundering 9/11 cover-up. On Monday, the DOJ released the long-promised video from Epstein's cell. But there's just one problem. Conveniently, the video skips a whole minute at 11:59 p.m. A clean jump. Right before the moment that was supposed to prove to the world that he killed himself. They either think we're all stupid, or they're flat out mocking us right now. How are we supposed to believe the official story when the cover-up keeps unraveling right in front of us? Back in March, Attorney General Pam Bondi herself said that the Epstein client list was sitting on her desk, ready for her review for public release. Clear as day.
DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen? It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Later that month, she admitted there were tens of thousands of videos, footage of Epstein and his associates and underage children.
Tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now.
Then something changed behind the scenes, something massive. In April, FBI head Kash Patel and Deputy Chief Dan Bongino started visibly squirming whenever the topic came up, looking like they were in a hostage video. Suddenly, they were denying the tapes even existed.
Again, logical play out. If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
And now in July, Pam Bondi's DOJ says actually there are no videos, no names, no victims. Ghislaine Maxwell trafficked children to nobody. Epstein was innocent. Nothing to see here, folks. And just like that, case closed. Are we really expected to buy that?
This is going to be an unmitigated disaster. I don't know how they got Trump and the DOJ to do this because the public is not buying it. No one is buying it.
As James O'Keefe's undercover investigation revealed, the deep state isn't a theory, it's real. And it's been running its own operation for years, cutting out the president, dodging oversight, and answering to no one. The intelligence agencies don't serve the people anymore, they serve themselves. So are we really supposed to be surprised when they investigate themselves and magically find no ties to Epstein? No blackmail, no wrongdoing, nothing to see here. Give us a break.
I work in the intelligence community. I work in the CIA. I do cyber operations. I've been doing it for a long time.
So how long have you been working at the CIA?
Since 2008. I've also worked at NSA too. And then I have a TSSCI with a full scope polygraph. That means that I'm fully vetted.
Amjad Fasisi shows her his CIA identification badge.
No, where does it say?
Does it?
Hey, that's the point.
That's the point.
What's CMC?
China Mission Center, darling. That's my mission center.
Gotcha.
Amjad talks about how the CIA kept information from Trump.
Like working?
We kept information from him.
Say one more time.
We kept information from him.
From Trump?
Yes. He's an idiot. And there are certain people that would give him a high-level overview but never give it any details. Do you know why? His whole leak to his details.
Amjad Fasisi states the higher-ups within the intel community, including CIA directors Mike Pompeo and Gina Haspel, and the upper levels of their staffs colluded to withhold information from sitting President Trump.
So the agencies kind of like all got together and said, we're not going to tell Trump.
The higher-ups.
The higher-ups.
We put it this way, the executive staff. We're talking about the director and his subordinates.
Like what titles are they? They're
Director of the CIA.
Director of the CIA would keep.
Yes.
Are you guys still watching him?
I would say yes.
Like, it sounds like you guys are still watching him and his team.
Of course we are. Nothing goes by without somebody watching.
According to Virginia Giuffre, Epstein wasn't just a predator, he was an asset, working for both the CIA and Mossad. So of course they protected him. And of course they kept him alive. He was too valuable. A weapon used to compromise powerful men and bend Washington to their will. Now, the blackmailed are showing their true colours. And the few who aren't compromised? They've been threatened, even with assassination. DC is drowning in fear and confusion. And Virginia's dead man switch just blew the lid off. Because in her files, one name keeps coming up. Hillary Clinton. Why? Because she'll do anything to keep her island visits buried. And because she's not just a player, she's a commander in the deep state's war on the duly elected president. How did Hillary help Epstein fake his own death? We'll break it down right after this important message from our sponsor. The global elite are raking in crypto billions, rigging markets to keep regular Americans like you broke. It's a deliberate wall. And as viewers of this channel already know, the globalists want you enslaved, not free. Block Trust IRA is smashing that with their Animus AI trading platform, which has been designed to outsmart the hedge fund managers so that everyday Americans have a chance at real financial independence. This is the #1 crypto platform, crowned by Bitcoin Magazine from over 1,500 rivals. Thousands of ordinary Americans like you are already raking in 250% returns, backed by $200 million in military-grade security. The globalists absolutely hate this platform. It has created 80,000 new millionaires already. Block Trust IRA's mission aligns with ours. Financial freedom is the key to fighting back against the shadowy elite. So please visit tpvcrypto.com, links below, to find out more. For a limited time, they're offering my viewers up to $2,500 in bonus crypto when you open an account. Visit tpvcrypto.com and join the revolution today.